Hey guys, one more video because I didn't get to cover this yesterday, but I believe it's the most important element as to why I am taking a break from modern society, perhaps for good. I know I already covered this in a previous video called Individualism and Misinformation during COVID, but I had an encounter yesterday that really disturbed me. And I'll tell that story in a moment, but I want to preface by saying that it's not the extreme inequality, which is disgusting when you walk into a Safeway or a grocery store and see all African American cashiers and all primarily older white shoppers, also Latino workers. It's not the homelessness, which is getting worse. It feels like every week and about to get exponentially worse after the beginning of the year. It's not the near constant poverty and fear of financial pitfall that we live in as a society. It's not seeing the right-wing leadership, although it is all connected, not answer questions or even participate in helping society. It is the brainwashing of truth and the befuddling of the general population's opinion on actual scientific matters in all age brackets. It is particularly disturbing among the young. And I'm going to give a story. Okay, so I was at Chipotle yesterday, and I saw a young man, looked about 22, 23, could be wrong, but early 20s, smart, looked intelligent, had a shirt that said volunteer on the back, and he was standing next to his girlfriend. She had a ring on. I didn't know if he did or not either. Maybe they were married, but I was more focused on his attire, which stated that like he was a volunteer. He was perhaps, and I like young people who are smart and volunteer and take a part of the community and get involved. So I come around to the front of him because they were looking at the counter, and I said, "Oh, that's that shirt, volunteer. Who did you volunteer for?" And sadly, to my dismay, he said, "Oh, it's a oil and gas exploration company, and we volunteered to offset the venture." His girlfriend is silent this whole time. I'm speaking directly to him, and I go, "Oh man, that's not good. Like that's not great." And he goes, "Yeah." And then I said, the Arctic is bound to melt within the next decade or two. And this is the most disturbing thing I've heard. He says, "That's what they say." Again, this is the most disturbing element about the propaganda that our media companies have been pushing, big business, the oligarchs, is the misinformation of scientific truth. I think this is the reckoning of humankind to go through this experience so that when we're reduced to polar refugees, scientific facts will be the most important aspect of living. We will worship science like we do perhaps any religion. It will become the new religion. Because what I'm witnessing there when I had this conversation was seeing a bright young man about to be completely gobsmacked in the face soon. I could see it. And that is so, as someone who cares about people or like tries to give hope, It is the most painful thing. Again, it's not the inequality, though everything else is terrible. I can go down the list. I've covered this before in my videos. But as I am a journalist, and as I respect the sanctity of truth and adhere to it, seeing others not follow the same suit within the realm of truth is, again, the most painful experience personally, and something I cannot face. I cannot face insolence, brainwashed, ignorance, all of it. I can't do it. It makes me, to say the least, completely and fully lose faith in humanity. So, no other bright way I could put this other than we're marching off a cliff, and just sadly we don't know it. But if you do know it, it's like taking the red pill or the blue pill. You got to start to adapt. Okay, for real. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna start packing my stuff and get a move on. Talk to you guys later.